Hey, good morning. This is Ogles Fish Room. I've changed some fish around and rescaped a couple tanks, but anyway, this is the big one. This is the 75. With I put the crooked fin angel right there in the middle of the screen. The other ones have been in here, but crooked fin and his friend. Oh, I think yeah, the little one here. They were over in a 10-gallon. Let me Sorry, let me hold this still for a minute. Okay, she is to the right, I believe, and he's going over to the left somewhere. Anyway, uh, for a couple of days they hid, and the other ones tried to pick on him. I kept sticking a rod in there and shooing away the big ones, but finally they adjusted and seem to be doing quite well. Uh, This is the smallest over here, but she's gotten out of the because the corner they were in to the far left, so she's branched out a bit and has been swimming around the tank. So they've acclimated to. There's the other one. Those two are in the 10 together, and so they're in the big one now. And yes, there's a lot of tannic acid in this, but as you can see, there's a lot of wood. Uh, If I get any new wood like this piece here, that's spider wood, I love that. It was in another tank. And I'll show you that in just a minute. I'm sorry, I'm a little shaky this morning. Let me try to steady this up. We've got a wide variety of fish in here. We've got the white skirts, the black skirt tetras. The little ones in the back are, there's an albino or two back there, maybe three or four, and quite a few bigger colored ones that are the Pristella tetras. Uh, I've got three of the large. There's one right in the middle of the screen. Well, a couple right in the middle of the screen of the Siamese algae eaters. They grow large, so you can't really keep them in a. They do a fantastic job on the algae, but they do grow. So be aware of that. These are some sizable fish. Now, the little girl up there to the far right is smallish. I would say she's 3 full inches from top pectoral, from the bottom pectoral fin to the dorsal fin. But the others, like this big guy here, or girl, can't tell. These are, 5, well, he's maybe 6 inches from top to bottom. So is she, and so is the big one. They're pretty big. I'm just trying to give you a scale here because this is a large tank. This is taller than most 75s. This is what's considered a tall 75 as compared to long. It is 18 inches deep, 24 inches tall, and I've got some tape along the top. I don't like to see the light reflection on the surface of the water, so I put black electric tape around the top of all my tanks to bring that down a bit. So if it drops a little in level, doesn't bother me. There's Wyatt from. Okay. The fish right there in front of you is the bumblebee catfish. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure he'll get much bigger, but he's about ooh 6 inches now. He's disappeared. He comes out when it's feeding time. I just fed them. Now, I did just put this guy in. This is a gold gourmet. Fairly small, but he will get about 5 inches long. And that's why he's in here. Well, he's really in here because I just bought him a few days ago and put him in another tank I will show you in a minute. And he, even though he's small, he turned out to be a little aggressive. And there's two blue ones in there that were aggressive as well. I do not see them at the moment, but they too will get quite large. So you got to be a little careful about putting them in a smaller tank. Not only is that species of gourami, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to sight those blue ones. Oh, there's one chasing somebody around right there. He just went behind in the back there. They pretty much chase their own kind. This is the other blue right here. And sometimes if you get females, they're not quite so bad. But these were the last two blues they had, and the last gold they had. And I watched them in the tank, and they seemed milder than the others that were in there. But when I put them in with my sunset grommies, which I'll show you in a few minutes, they just turned out to be, as one video I watched, or not video, but an article I read where people were talking about their grommies. One lady said every grommy she had turned out to be a prick. So just expect them to be a little on the aggressive side. But in here, they've got too much going on to mess with anybody else, and they will get bigger. And this is the tank for that. You got some small things in the back that are not like the little white albino pastillas right in the middle of the screen there, but far back. They will not get any bigger. Well, that fat one right there seems to go against what I was saying. He's pretty darn chunky right there. Anyway, okay, we're going to move along here. This tank I redid a little bit, and I am absolutely tickled pink with it. Now, I moved my, this, from one of, what was it, the 20, this is 29. Those are Pastilla Tetras here that were in the, I'm sorry about the scratches. This is the tank I dug out of the trash from the back of the pet supermarket. They told me about it. Somebody had dumped it in their trash, and it had a lot of gravel in it, and therefore, when I was pulling it out, the gravel scratched the glass a bit. I can dull that down if I tilt my lights a little bit, but at any rate, the bottom line is, though, it doesn't leak a drop, so I'm happy about that. Anyway, it's a big tank. We've got green, I want to say green Winty, I keep mispronouncing that name, Cryptocorin, yes, okay, Cryptocorin. Now this, of course, is an Anubias on a piece of wood. There you can see all the roots. This is a different Anubias on that piece of wood up there. We've got a variety of, I'm in the fish room, variety of crypts here. These are the bigger leaf ones back there are called undulata, and some down here are called lutea, but they're still all in the Cryptocorin family. This, of course, is what do they call that? Spiralis valsinaria, I think that's pronounced correctly. It's got a little twist to it, which I really like. It's like some leaves do, some leaves don't, but look how tall they are. Oh, I just love that. Because this is a tall tank. This is a very tall tank. This is like 18 inches, I'm thinking. Anyway, I'm really enjoying how things are growing, how I've placed the wood, and yeah, I'm going to give myself a little credit for that. I'm afraid I've got a lone cardinal tetra there, and we've got about 3, I don't see them right now, I think they're in the back, 3 black tetras, and, I'm sorry, they're called black neons, and, well, oh, there's one right there, with the silver stripe down the side. Only have 3 of those, and there should be about 16, maybe 15 of the Pastilla Tetras. Yeah, they were just hiding. They would come out when I fed them in the other tank, but other than that, you didn't even know they were there. They just hid. And so I decided, even though it was a pain in the behind, this is a very, as you can see, it's got wood on wood on wood, and therefore they feel very secure in here. A lot of hiding places, but I can still see them flitting around through the branches and the plants. So I'm thrilled. I did move them from the other tank. Yes, that was a pain, but they seem pretty happy over here. And anyway, a few shrimp, of course. I love the ghost shrimp because they are just wonderful cleaners. They don't stop. He's walking along the glass there, seeing what he can find. And anyway, that's that tank. We'll back up on that one. I'm sorry I'm talking a little much this morning, but I'm kind of proud of this tank. I moved things around, planted it up a little more, put different fish in. Now this is the 15, I want to say 15 gallon down here. It's the same dimensions as a 10, but about 4 inches taller. It's got coolie loaches. It's got, well, they're at the surface right now, but not the coolie loaches, they're down here. But it's got about 7 zebra danios. That's what I'm trying to say. There's one flirting around down there, flitting around. There he is. Most of them are up at the surface feeding. Okay, let me scoot over here. Pardon me. Okay, this is a 6 gallon. It's got the little red. She's not sure if she's having trouble getting the eggs out or what's bloating her belly there, but and the camera is not doing her justice. I'm looking at her with my naked eye, and she is bright red. She's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, she's in a 6. I got rid of the little 2.5 that she was in. This is very well planted, as you can see. Got a lot of nooks and crannies that I like to make. More Valsenaria that I put in here, which I think is gorgeous. And some crypts on this side that are doing beautifully well. Got some Java fern in the back. Okay, that's her tank. That's a 6 gallon. This is a 20 long here. Oh, there he is. Okay, got the white Veiltail betta here. Male, of course. That's his tank. I looked up on one of the, if you're familiar with the land, the North Pet Supermarket had these Valsenaria in a lower tank, which I could not see for the longest time, and some short ones in the top tank. And these just sat there evidently, and once I had discovered them, I bought almost all that they had. Because look at the length. They're just gorgeous. I mean, they're super long. I love that. Love that look. Anyway, that's his tank, or his side of the tank has got a divider. This is a female Veiltail. I want you to notice the difference in her fins. They're longer, pointier. That's forgetting my words. Anyway, that's appropriate for a Veiltail. Has the longer fins, but I've only seen 2 of these. My other one passed away, and I found this one. Well, I don't want to speak for everybody. For me personally, this is only the second Veiltail female I've ever seen. She is small, but absolutely gorgeous. There she is up close. You can see the difference in the fins to the regular female, which usually all the fins are short and stubby. But look at her colors, and you won't believe what I paid for her. She was at PetSmart, one of those little cups, unfortunately, but only $3.99. $3.99. Well, quite frankly, the white one was $3.99 too. But he went somewhere. Anyway, because he's a Veiltail, that's they're considered the cheaper fish. Anyway, the Veiltails are only $3.99 at PetSmart. Once again, she's okay. I'll back up. Anyway, she's got about 6 gallons. This is a bigger side over here. I didn't half it because I knew I was putting her in here, and she's very small, so she does not need more than 6 gallons. Okay, there he is, because he's a beauty. So before I move along here, okay, please excuse my rolling chair making noise. Okay, this is the 20. Again, the Valsenaria, which I think makes the tank. I've this piece of wood right here that's got the Anubias on it is down under the sand right there in the middle of the video right now, holding this back, so it mounds up over here to where it had plenty of room for the bough to make roots and grow, I'm hoping. And then this side I had to put a rock to hold that back. As you can see, plenty of rocks. These are the sunset grommies that you see to the far left. I've got 4. There's one right there in the middle. There's one that just went behind that rock. There she is. And there's one over here. Okay, I have 4 of those. There's one there. Now, yesterday I just bought these lemon tetras. There's one. There's a couple there. Their colors have just brightened up since they got in here. They got here about 1 o'clock yesterday. They get fish in at Pet Supermarket on Tuesdays, but usually they don't get them out of the bags and stuff until about 1 or 2. These were not in the bag. These were still in the tank. They did get some more. I may go back and get some more, but I'm going to think about that a bit. I got the 5 that had been there a while, and I'm tickled pink with them. Their coloring is just fantastic. You can see the bright yellow pectoral fin on that one, probably a male. The difference in the males and females, I don't know if you can see this, on the back of their pectoral fin, no, I don't think the camera's picking this up. There's a black stripe, maybe you can see it in front of the rock there. The female's black stripe along the back end of the pectoral fin is a very fine line. On the males, it's thicker. Same place, but just a thicker. And I'm just not. It's kind of hard to sex them right now. I think that's a male floating around right there. Anyway, I'm tickled pink with them. That might be all I want to put in there. I've got 4 of these sunset grommies, which I haven't had in a very long time. And the lemon tetras I haven't had in a very long time. But I did a lot of research. I wanted to find out what was would be compatible. And both of these are considered pretty peaceful fish. Now, a lot of the tetras will pick on each other, but that's more of a pecking order thing to establish who's the dominant male. Usually that doesn't happen if you've got 1 male and a bunch of females, but if you've got 2 males, and again, not sure what I've got at this point. Anyway, that's their tank. I need to close this out here because I'm talking too long. Anyway, that's their tank. I'm just tickled pink with what I've done with it, and I've changed it up a bit. And that, of course, is a Anubias on that piece of wood in the back, which is lovely. It goes up to the surface of the tank, sitting on those rocks back there. Several pieces of wood around, this one, and this one over here in the corner with a Nubia sticking up there. But the wood goes down to the floor, or maybe sitting on some of the rocks there. Anyway, I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, this one is where this tank only has the 2 albino cory cats and about 4 or 5 coolie loaches. I'm very happy with it, but this is where the 2 smaller angelfish were, and I felt that they started to grow and started picking on each other. And I didn't like that. I thought maybe it was just too small of a tank, so I started out showing you them in the large tank. Haven't decided what I'm doing with this yet. I started to rescape it, but I don't know. I'm other than maybe some ground plants, I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. It's got 2 different pieces of wood with 2 different Anubias on it. This one probably should be taken out and have the leaves cleaned. This one on the left seems fine, but this one's getting a lot of algae growth. Anyway, not sure what I'm doing with that yet. Kind of wanted to save that open in case those other grommies didn't work out. I was going to put the yellow and the 2 blues over here, but I thought they're still going to chase each other. So I decided to put them in the big tank because they will grow to be 4 or 5 inches eventually. Okay, we're going to do this quickly. I rescaped this a little bit. It's got a new, just regular Veiltail betta right here on the left. Very pretty colors, but to be frank, the reason I picked him is because he seemed so upset being in that little cup. This one's from PetSmart. It was $3.99 because he's just, I hate using the word just. I think they can be gorgeous, but the Veiltails are considered common and are very reasonably priced. Let me hold this camera because he's trying to show off a little bit. He does have a crimped tail fin a little bit, but I could care less. I was happy to get him out of that cup. I was happy to put him in a nice tank. As you can see, I've rearranged the rocks. There's rocks holding the sand back to the left and the right. Those are coolie loaches you see moving around there. And Vallisneria, of course, which I think looks gorgeous. There's some nice wood in there. There's a big piece of wood in the back with Nubius on it. Okay. Please excuse me. Okay. This has another, oh, there he is. Okay, another white betta in the back there. This is his tank. Let me back up a little bit. I'm real happy with what I've done here with the rocks and holding the sand back for the plants, and that's a pretty tank. Okay, I'm almost through. Please forgive me for the taking so long this morning. Okay, this one has another betta, which I don't see at the moment. Okay, well, he was there when I fed him. Okay, that's his tank. And the last one is a little dark. I need to clean that a little bit. It's that piece of wood in the back with the Nubius really leaches. That's just a Veiltail, common, $3.99 betta. There he is. Okay, this is his tank. Okay, well, we're going to leave on that. Actually, we're going to leave on this. Okay, thank you so much. I'm sorry I kind of talked too much this morning, but I haven't done a full fish room tour for a while, and I have moved things around, so I wanted to catch you up on that. Thanks again for watching. This is Ogle's Fish Room, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and take care of yourself, and thank you so much for watching.